In college football, the fifth time was a charm for Florida Atlantic University. The Owls finally kicked off their home opener today in a much different atmosphere.
WPTV News Channel 5's Derek Lowe has more on the precautions being taken to keep fans safe.
FAU Stadium is being limited to just 20% capacity on game days. Fans, though, say they're just glad that college football is back in Boca Raton.
Well, let's go Owls, represent.
At FAU Stadium, football is back.
I just started going out a couple of weeks ago.
Roderick Zamora is an FAU alumni and 2020 season ticket holder.
We got to take precautions and take care of each other.
He, like Ziamara Serrano, had his doubts about whether a season would occur this year.
This is the first time that we're back in a long time.
Both say they feel safe at Owl games because masks are required and fans are spaced out.
I love it because, we're all here to celebrate as an FAU family.
But that precautions need to be taken until COVID-19 cases decrease.
Right now, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Everybody has to be protected. We all have to be safe.
We have always worn masks ever since the recommendations came out from the CDC. So we're trying to do the right thing.
And Roderick says that he normally tailgates with the FAU Alumni Association inside the Alumni Center on game days, but because of COVID-19, that was canceled. Reporting in Boca Raton, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
It's weird, man. Everyone around you's tested, everyone has a mask.
We're just minutes away from the start of season 46 of Saturday Night Live here on News Channel 5. Why this premiere is like no other.
Tonight, we know the name of the man shot to death in West Palm Beach today. He is 20-year-old Rory Walker of Riviera Beach. Officers responding this afternoon to the 5500 block of North Haverhill around 2:15 for reports of gunshots. And once on scene, Walker was found and efforts to revive him were not successful. Now, investigators don't believe this was a random act. If you have any information, call West Palm Beach Police or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-458-TIPS.
Now to Decision 2020. Joe Biden attended a virtual town hall transit union today. Now, the former vice president discussed protecting transit workers during the coronavirus pandemic. He also talked about the need for a national mask mandate, including on public transportation.
Well, the former vice president, as Tanya just mentioned, still expected in Miami. And again, it's going to be moderated by Lester Holt. The event still scheduled to happen. It's unclear right now, as we've been talking, if changes will be made to the October 15th presidential debate, also being held in Miami.
Now, WPTV wants to make sure that you are informed for the upcoming election. On Monday, anchor Michael Williams will moderate the Congressional District 18 debate between the Republican incumbent Brian Mast and Democratic challenger Pam Keith. Now, you can watch the Mast-Keith debate Monday night at 7 p.m. right here on WPTV News Channel 5, on the WPTV app, and also on your favorite streaming device.
All right, a cloudy, rainy evening out there for us. Still some heavy rain in some areas with a flood watch and a couple of warnings going on. We'll talk about that and what our chances are for tomorrow, along with a busy Tropics. That's just in a few minutes.
Hi guys, I'm Chris Rock and I'm hosting the season premiere of SNL with musical guest Megan Thee Stallion. And we're on next.
Pope Francis travels outside Rome for the first time since the coronavirus pandemic broke out. Francis celebrated Mass in the crypt of the Basilica of St. Francis in the town of Assisi, and he prayed at the tomb of the saint.
Airbnb will not allow one-night reservations over the Halloween weekend in the U.S. and in Canada. The decision comes amid concerns about a second wave of the coronavirus pandemic. The move is part of the company's efforts to help stop parties and protect public health. For previously booked single-night reservations that weekend, Airbnb will cancel and cover the cost to reimburse the guest.
The mayor of West Palm Beach, along with city commissioners, kicking off the return of the West Palm Beach Green Market with a Squash 2020 theme.
3, 2, 1.
The squashing of the vegetables symbolizing the frustrations of the year 2020. The current situation requiring a few changes, though, at the event, including the suspension of kids' activities. Additional seating was set up to comply with CDC safety guidelines, and attendees must wear masks to enter.
It will be an experience that people can enjoy. Again, not as much lounging or around, but an opportunity to get out in the fresh air, enjoy our beautiful waterfront, and to help some local vendors.
Green Market, featuring more than 90 vendors, runs each Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's held on the lawn at the intersection of Flagler Drive and Clematis Street. Well, season 46 of Saturday Night Live gets underway tonight, right after News Channel 5 at 11.
And it will be live and in studio for the first time since March, with Chris Rock hosting. Mark Barger has a preview.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Rock.
Life at SNL always has an element of crazy to it, but Chris Rock is seeing COVID-19 take it to new levels this week.
It's weird, man. Everyone around you is tested. Everyone has a mask on. Some people have double shields on. Some people have gloves on.
Making for a show week unlike any the host has ever seen.
This is the price to work. I'll do it.
Much different from when Alex Moffat and company were doing shows from home last spring.
From a stool in my drawing room.
Man, can you believe we pulled that off? Wasn't that wild?
Now it's back to some relative normalcy inside Studio 8H.
I'm very, very pumped. It's nice to have something to do and get me out of the apartment.
And revisit the alter ego that Moffat's become known for.
It's the toilet. No.
People, yeah, like in the subway and stuff will kind of like eye me. And then like I've had people just sort of like get close and whisper like, Eric Trump.
The presidential campaign will obviously be front and center in the weeks ahead.
Listen up, bucko. I challenge you to a push-up contest.
But with the new Joe Biden, Jim Carrey is joining the cast specifically to play that role.
It's like having the comedy Picasso come and draw you a little painting. It's amazing.
And Moffat's still amazed at his 5th season at his opportunity.
Oh, it feels like we're playing a playoff game like every single time. It's like, whoop, here we go. It's time, baby.
That time is almost here. Mark Barger, NBC News.
All right, let's start off with the tropics here. Look at a lot of things going on here. So first, Tropical Storm Gamma made landfall today, the Yucatan Peninsula, and it's actually about to emerge back into the Gulf of Mexico or out into the Gulf of Mexico here overnight and into Sunday. Maximum winds didn't decrease that much. It almost made it to hurricane strength. 60-mile-per-hour winds, and the forecast track keeps it about 60 despite the warm waters here. It does have some dry air it has to contend with here. And then it's going to bang a hard left and end up meandering around the southwestern Gulf of Mexico near the Bay of Campeche here for a few days. So for us, it's pulling away from us. The moisture, though, still pulled over us from that stalled out frontal boundary. Now, this one here, not a big chance, 10% chance. It looks pretty meek out there and really not going to develop into much. And this one, too, 20% chance it's going to eventually encounter strong upper level winds. It's this one that has the best chance and a high chance to develop